Hello and welcome everybody to my 2024 update for Lightworkers, Wayshowers, leaders, and everyone who is here to be of greater service during this time of Great Awakening. In this video, I will be sharing what I have received as the intuitive guidance from my spirit team, which includes whales and dolphins, about how we can be best supported during this pivotal year. So it's not another, oh, what will happen during this year? I think we all feel that this is going to be a really fast, really transformative, and really deep and pivotal year. That will be just a small part. And then I'll go into how we can support ourselves so we can live our most fulfilled lives and be of greatest service. So welcome again. For those of you who are in my community already for a while, you might have noticed that I haven't shared videos on YouTube lately. The reason being, you see behind me, I have had the absolute pleasure and blessing to swim with humpback whales and dolphins. I also led a retreat. So for those of you who are interested to join me on a transformative whale retreat in French Polynesia, just stay tuned. I will share at the end of this video. But now, without further ado, let's jump into 2024 and what my guides have shared for all of us lightworkers, wayshowers, and leaders of this new paradigm. So I would just quickly like to start with how I see the energy for this year. And it's actually two distinctive energies that are coming together this year. One is these high vibrational influxes of light. And many of you, I'm sure, have already felt these. They bring upgrades, they bring DNA activation, they bring light body activation. They're just such high light. It's a new quality of light. This one brings, as I said, a lot of opportunity for activation. Now, the other light that I see has more of a liquid light feel to it. It shows to me as rainbow crystalline liquid light, plasma light. And these two together are inviting us, if you think about like that polarization that we sometimes have as light workers between heaven and earth, between living in these multidimensional beautiful states and then coming back down in the earthly experience. They're literally inviting us into divine unity consciousness. It is literally that opportunity for us to bridge that gap. So there will be massive change collectively, individually. We all know that, we all feel that, we've all heard that. There will be massive activations and high vibration and elevation and expansion opportunities. And so how do we bring these two together and live as a divine created that we are embodied? Live as the multidimensional being that we are embodied here on Mother Earth. Now, as the second part of this video, I would like to share a few steps that I have received, a few, you would say, areas where we can feel supported, because this year is really pivotal. And so theme number one that I've been given is center, like stay centered. Staying centered through using all of our tools that we already have. If you are one of those who have let go a bit of their spiritual practice, maybe felt like, okay, I've done this for such a long time, maybe I can do without it, it will be the invitation to come back, to center, to center, to center. Center in our hearts. So heart coherence is a great one. And also whatever else you're using, whether that's earthing, grounding. What's going to be really important is, as your frequency is anyway rising and has risen, what food are you eating? Are you eating high vibrational food that will really give your body what it needs? Are you drinking the most pure and coherent structured water that you can? Are you taking care of those things that you're putting in your body every day? And as we're getting more and more sensitive, we will feel that. So this is not meant to create any kind of fear, or, oh, I can't eat this because of, but just having that awareness. And when you have the choice, choosing accordingly. Now, another aspect of that is, can I stay in divine neutrality? There's going to be more of these massive changes that we are experiencing already. So we're really called into that space of non-judgment. And I know for many of you that might feel like, oh my gosh, how can I not judge something that is so terrible that's happening? I'm not saying not to take inspired action, nor is that the information that I've received. The information that I've received is really about how can you hold divine neutrality and take inspired action. That is a very, very strong invitation that we are receiving this year, because there is so much going on and so much that could draw us back into this is right, this is wrong, this is terrible, this is great. And so just coming back and holding that neutrality, finding out what am I inspired to do, and then taking action on that. So it's really a year of mastery. And talking about mastery, that is the second point. And the second point is mastery for empaths. How can you make your empathy an absolute superpower if you haven't done so yet? So what does that mean? One of the messages that came through was, you are not here to transmute the problems in this world by taking on suffering. You are not here to heal the suffering by taking it into your body and trying to transmute it there. It is literally that invitation to take that part out of our subconscious. Now, consciously, most of you will not believe that, but check in with yourself. If you find yourself constantly feeling the pain of the world and being of service from that space, then maybe you want to look into that. Is there a part, and I see that a lot, a part that is still in that martyrdom energy, that is still in that, I need to suffer and then transmute it so others can too? The message is coming in is from co-suffering to compassion. Again, what's the consciousness behind the action? I want to help. Yes, I'm inspired to help. Yes, I'm a healer myself. I'm inspired to help people heal. I have these unique gifts to help people heal. But if I do that from, oh my gosh, and trying to I feel so sorry for somebody, and then I'm taking it on for myself, I'm not in divine neutrality. If I can allow this soul to have their own experience, and I can come into that pure presence, the pure presence with all that is, and come into compassion with that person. I'm not suffering with them, but I'm in compassion. From that space, I'm far greater help, because number one, I have more energy, and number two, presence is what heals. And so with that presence, the healing is already happening. And so it's literally that invitation for empaths to come out of co-suffering and go into compassion, which is a beautiful feeling of absolute pure presence with whatever's happening with the other people. It's like literally like loving them through their experience. Another message that came through for empaths was keeping your energy clear. Literally clearing your energy. We shower, we brush our teeth, we comb our hair. It is just another daily practice to clear our energy and to keep our field clear. Everyone is taking on energy, whether you call yourself an empath, highly sensitive or not. We are structured water. Structured water has liquid crystalline structure in it. And crystals, they can take on energy and they can emit energy. And so that's what we're doing. And so it's not about, oh, I should be so masterful so I do not take on energy anymore. It's just about, okay, I need to clear my energy. Oh, being in discernment, divine neutrality, nothing bad. Oh, is this mine? Oh, no, it's not mine. Let's send it back to source. One wonderful way to do that is what I imagine is a beautiful, beautiful crystalline wave of ocean light that's just clearing, cleansing through, purifying through your field, giving it away, sending it back to source, and then refilling with your own energy. So if that is helpful for you, try it out. Number 3 is radical self-love. Like radical self-love. And we're not talking about self-care here, even though self-care, as I said in number 1, it's still part of the journey and it will stay part of the journey. This year is inviting us into far deeper levels of self-love. And some of you might already have experienced that. And feel free to comment underneath this video if you have. Maybe an old wound has come up for you. Maybe an old pattern has come up for you and you were shown the wounds that are connected with that. And you started feeling compassion for yourself in such great ways that you could integrate that part back, that it could heal and it will move. Or maybe you have also experienced something where you needed just in the moment to show yourself love for what you're experiencing, for what you're feeling, for where you are. That is what we're called into, to just radically get away from self-judgment, from trying to push things away, and just move into self-love. And from that space, allow things to transmute, and also our lives to take on a new expression. One of the tools will be radical self-love. And everything I say, check it with your own heart, tune in, what resonates for you, what doesn't. And during this year, just be aware, just observe. And remember, oh, maybe this is where I can go into self-love, and that will support me to move through faster and better. Number 4 is we're all being called to show up in greater ways for our divine service. Now, that meant is that in 2024, many of you will feel that absolute certainty that now it is time to show up in greater ways, wherever you are, whether you're just starting out to contribute, to be of divine service, or whether you're already doing it and you are being called to step up and reach more people or serve in deeper ways, integrate something that you haven't yet, where you haven't dared yet to speak about it, to bring it in, where you felt maybe unsafe or unsure. And what's coming in is that it's a knowing deep inside that's awakening in Lightworkers right now. Like, this is not about my fears anymore. This is not about my limitations anymore. This is about something greater. And from that space, that being your big why, that being your clarity, you're invited. And it's always an invitation. There's no good and bad. There's no right and wrong. It's an invitation, but you're invited to step up in greater ways. And the whales have shown for that. They came in specifically and they shared this beautiful love. And the message behind that energy was you are seen, you are loved, and you are needed. And needed is maybe the best word I can find in English, because that needed is not something needy, but it's you who is the only one who can contribute in that way. You and your unique gifts are part of the greater puzzle. And you sharing yourself, sharing your gift, sharing who you are, is creating a change, is creating a shift in consciousness, is creating a shift in frequency, because there's only one person in the whole world who can share yourself, which is you. You have your unique talents, unique gifts, and unique way. And nobody can do it exactly the way you do it. And so there's also this invitation for those of you who are still in comparison. And I know that very well from myself. that, oh, but this person, they're doing the same thing and they're doing it so well. So does it really make a difference when I show up? Oh, yes, it does. Because nobody has the same frequency that I have, has the same experience that I have, brings in the same energy into the work, the same motivation, everything together combines into the frequency that you are sharing. The same consciousness, the same look, the same voice, the same face, whatever it is. You are unique. And so this is really the year to rise and to release what's holding you back and to step up because you're feeling the call. Check with your heart. If you're feeling the call, it is time. And that brings me also to number 5, which is the question that came in is for everybody, what is it that you really want this year in particular? Yes, we set our intentions every year, but this year is really, what do you want? And with that, it is about intentional co-creation with the universe. We're moving out of the manifesting paradigm. The creation is still there, but it's that consciousness of the dance of the co-creation with the universe. So what do you truly want? And using all the skills that we learned, like, yes, we move into our hearts, yes, we envision it, yes, we feel it, yes, we give thanks for it being already done, yes, we do all of that, and we let go and we know there is something greater flowing through me. So it's not just going like, okay, universe, what do you want me to do? And if there's no answer, we just float somewhere around on the big, vast ocean and we have no direction. It's also not like, I need to get there. And even if I need to row against the wind and against the current, and you completely like burn out because it's impossible to beat your true nature, aka the ocean. It's that connection of, okay, I co-create, here's my intention, here's my envisioning, here's what I do, and then I let go and allow the frequency to be mirrored to me. How can I be the frequency match of what I'm calling in, and let go and allow for something greater to happen? So that is the energy. And that again brings us back to that mastery of frequency, being the frequency match. Mastery of frequency, keeping our frequency high, which is not spiritual bypassing. There's time for diving into healing, and there is time for raising our frequency just, from where we are to even higher. There's time for both. And we go through healing, we're also raising our frequency as long as we're in self-love, which is the other part that has come up for this year. So it all plays together, as you see. Okay. So for those of you who would like to get some support in raising your frequency and keeping it high, I have recorded a beautiful meditation. It is actually an activation, an ocean light and dolphin activation, because the dolphins came in specifically for this, to bring in their frequency of healing and upliftment. And you can find it in the description underneath this video. Just check it out. And for those of you who would like to dive really deeper into whale energy and their own transformation, I'm holding a magic whale retreat at the end of October, 23rd to 31st of October 2024. I have 6 spots. It's going to be a highly curated group. The group is so small because I do not want 12 people to be thrown at a whale, or maybe even a mother with a calf. I want this to be respectful. I'm doing respectful encounters. And we are going to work with our specific intentions. We're going to call in the beings of light, creating a beautiful space for this retreat for healing. We'll have ocean light activations. We will have sacred ceremony. We'll go to places that are sacred. We will swim with humpback whales. Yes, we will. And so this is a beautiful connection of spiritual transformation with the whales. So if you're interested in that, I will put the link underneath this video as well. And I'm wishing you a beautiful, amazing 2024. Sending you much love, and I'll talk to you again.